And now for an amazing true story. From the book of John. Chapter 20.
Jesus was dead. Mary Magdalene was sure of it because she had seen him die on a cross Friday afternoon. Later that evening, two of Jesus' friends, Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, took Jesus' body, wrapped it in linen cloths, and laid it to rest in a cave cut into the rock. Mary had seen them do it. Now, 3 days later, Mary arrived in the garden.
There's the cluster of olive trees.
She scanned the dark shapes of trees and rocks, looking for the large stone that she knew would be pulled over the entrance to the tomb.
I must be close.
The light slowly grew. Ahead, Mary could see a dark hole in the rock.
That's it. But where's the stone?
Heart pounding, she stooped down to peer inside. Though it was dark, she could see what she needed to know.
It's empty.
Without stopping to think, she rushed out of the garden and ran to the home where Jesus' friends were staying.
Open the door. Quick. They've taken the Lord out of the tomb.
John flung the door open.
Wait, what?
He stared at Mary as he ran his hand through mussed hair. Peter crowded in behind, rubbing sleepy eyes.
Jesus is gone. I don't know where they've put him.
Peter and John gaped in shock for a moment. Then Peter grabbed his cloak.
Come on.
Peter hurtled out the door. John followed after him, with Mary close behind.
Peter, wait up. I'm not letting you slow me down.
Fine. John put on a burst of speed as they approached the garden. He raced past Peter, and he reached the open mouth of the cave first, and there, he stood back in amazement.
There's no body. But Peter, the linen strips they wrapped him in are still here. Let me see.
Peter shoved past John straight into the tomb.
You're right. And look, here's the cloth that was wrapped around his face.
John crouched down and crowded in beside Peter.
If they took his body, they who? I don't know. The soldiers or the high priest? But why would they do it? I don't know. Come on. We've got to tell the others and decide what to do.
Peter and John left the garden, but Mary Magdalene stayed behind, exhausted with all the running and the tears. It seemed that everything Jesus had done with the teaching and healing and gathering followers should end this way.
Who's playing a trick on us now?
The sun was nearly up and the light was much brighter. Mary bent down to get a better look inside the tomb. What she discovered made her heart nearly stop. 2 angels sat inside, robed in white.
You weren't here before.
Why are you crying? Why are you crying?
They've taken my Lord away. I don't know where they've put him. I must be imagining things.
Mary turned away, confused, as the rising sun burst over the treetops. A man stood just behind her. Why are you crying? Who are you looking for? Mary shook her head, trying to figure out who would be walking around out here this early. Maybe it was the gardener.
Sir, did you carry him away? Tell me where you put him. I'll go get him.
The man looked straight into her eyes and smiled. Mary. Slowly, Mary looked up into the man's face. It was Jesus.
Teacher!
Mary found herself laughing and crying at the same time. She fell down and buried her face in his robe. Jesus was alive. Don't hold on to me. Reaching down, Jesus gently raised Mary to her feet. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me. Tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God.
Yes, of course. I'll tell them. I am, ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God.
Just as Jesus instructed, Mary hurried back to find his friends. She had completely forgotten her exhaustion and tears.
Open the door, quick!
Once again, John cracked open the door, Peter right behind him.
I've seen him. I've seen the Lord.
You found his body?
No, I've seen him. Alive.
Alive? Alive?
Over the next few weeks, Jesus appeared to his closest friends and then to nearly 500 people. He is living proof that no matter what happens, God loves you.